kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome to the last great Coliseum as we get down and dirty tonight for round number 18 of the Monsters of Speed NewGen Cup Series. Coach Bass will be in the booth with you for this one, and I'll tell you folks, love me some dirt racing, and these guys definitely know how to get it done when it gets time to go down and dirty. First time I get a chance to broadcast from Bristol since the new dirt update. Tire wear is actually now a thing here on the dirt side of things in iRacing. So that's going to definitely play into the situations tonight as everybody tries to claw their way into contention for the championship. Hot lap session coming to an end. Big shocker. Dylan McDonald, your points leader, currently sits atop the heap. As we get ready to click things over into qualifying, let's also bring up the point standings. As mentioned, McDonald currently leads the points by over 100. So, yeah, regular season championship pretty much in the bag right now. Jonathan Cogswell, the closest contender, sitting in second place. He's a couple good races in front of Greg Wood right now. Rhett Belzer and Cody Mitchell rounding out your top five. And things get kind of tight there around fifth as Zach Wood's right there on the heels of Cody Mitchell. Angel Santiago has dropped to seventh after being up in the top five, but due to that move that he had to make in the real world, took him out for contention for a couple of weeks. And then we got some real tight action going around just outside the top 10. James Joes, Ricky Gonzalez, both right there on top of each other. And they're only a couple of points out between the two of them from being into 10th as Caleb Collins currently sitting in the 10th spot. And right now, Rhett Belzer currently sits quick time with a 19.98 here on the very slick dirt surface here tonight. You can see that this track is already starting to rubber over just after the half-hour qualifying session. Belzer going to give it up on the second lap. Caleb Collins goes purple in the first sector. What's the second sector going to give for Collins? Right to the top of the heap with a 19.82. My Tuesday night broadcast partner, Mr. David Modespa, out there right now in the ace. As he completes his second lap. Hopefully that is going to count. Get a safety one in and spins it, so that's going to be done and dusted for him. And Collins looking to go even quicker. Has a good one going here on lap number 3. Currently sits atop the pile. We still got a handful of drivers still waiting to post times. Collins now done and dusted. Currently sits atop the pile. Wes Fuller getting ready to take the green. There is his Ford. Ford heavy field tonight. As a matter of fact, of the 12 haulers in the infield, only 3 Chevys. Everything else is a blue oval. Fuller hustling it right now, working that cushion. And that corner entry is getting real slick, so really have to be easy on the throttle. As Fuller goes second quick on lap number 1, gives some up in lap 2. This is not going to be quite as quick, but that Black Rifle Coffee Ford Mustang pushing the cushion right now, almost getting into the wall. That was a little bit sketch. Get ready to start lap 3. Still sits second quick with a 19.88. Bill Sleep, there he is in the 6.3. So Ricky Gonzalez, Angel Santiago, Greg Wood Sr., Jonathan Cogswell, Dylan McDonald, and John McIntyre all have yet to lay times down here tonight. Fuller does not improve on lap number 3. As a matter of fact, he gave up about a full second on that lap. Sleep goes up to 6 quick as Modespa only got the 2 laps in before he spun it on lap 3. Sleep on his second lap right now. Solid run. Does improve his time, does not improve his position, though. He's going to really have to hustle it on lap number 3 here. About 6 minutes left in the hot lap, yeah, I can speak tonight, folks. I promise I can English. Sleep coming to the checkers for lap 3. Done, dusted. And improves to 6 as here comes the butter knife himself, Angel Santiago, getting it all wrong coming off the pit road there. John McIntyre in the Kevin Harvick Tribute Busch Light Ford Mustang. Just kicking that thing sideways. Gets a little bit overcooked there on his outlap. No harm, no foul. He was not on the clock yet. Now he's just got to regroup and get that thing up to speed. Santiago out on track right now. He jumps on the binders before he takes the green. Going to reset the lap. Was not happy with his speed off of 4 on the outlap. McIntyre now on lap 1. Nice 4-wheel drift there coming through 1 and 2. Here he comes through 3 and 4. Right there on the cushion. Bangs the wall. That's going to negate the lap. He'd be better off stopping that car. And I don't know. He's going to continue. Would have thought for sure he would have reset that car. And now he's pretty much has to. Santiago also on the clock in that Highland Myers Ford Mustang. One of the most fabled cars in NASCAR history. Comes to put lap 1 in the books. 6 quick so far. McIntyre spins it on lap 2, coming to the line. He is having nothing but problems here tonight. Just got to get a safety lap in. And then hopefully he can race his way forward in the heat race. And that is qualifying done and dusted for him, as Santiago coming around to currently on lap 2. Getting ready to put it in the books. Improves his time, does not improve his position, though. So there's Jonathan Cogswell, who's been very strong the last couple of weeks here in the 27. Goes 7th quick on his first lap. Let's see what lap number 2 is going to give to Cogswell. Santiago crosses for his 3rd and improves to 5th. Cogswell having a handful of it, coming through 3 and 4. Overcooked it on corner entry. You can see just that dark, shiny patch there. That is where the track has completely slicked over. It started to take on rubber, and the handling characteristics there, it's like driving on glass or ice, for those of you from the Northeast. McIntyre puts lap 2 in the books. Now lap 3 in the books, and does not improve. McIntyre finally getting a handle on it. Did get a safety lap in. Still waiting on Richard Gonzalez, Greg Wood, and Dylan McDonald to post times. As here comes McDonald now, rolling off a pit road in the Jimmy Strong number 38. Set quick time in hot laps. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. Just skating that thing right now. McDonald goes purple in the second sector. What can he do here in the first sector as he just took the green? Goes purple in sector 1. Can he maintain it through sector 2? All sorts of sideways right now. Coming through 3 and 4. Massive tail wag there. Can he get it to the line? He's got to hustle it. Second quick so far. McDonald still on it. Almost gets it overcooked through 1 and 2. He's going to have to regroup here, get his composure, throw away lap 2, and go after it on lap number 3. Didn't hit anything, though. That's the good news. So this lap is going to technically count. Though I don't think he wants it to, as it was definitely slower that time. McDonald, a little bit more composed there through 1 and 2. Giving up a little bit there through 3 and 4. Coming out of 4 now. Good head of steam. It's going to be a solid lap anyways. Does not improve. So McDonald's going to start second quick. McIntyre's still out there turning some laps. As he now gets it crossed up in 1 and 2 again. Only 2 drivers left to qualify here tonight of the 13-car field. So 10 Fords and 3 Chevys here tonight at Bristol, the last great Coliseum. And I know we run the, quote, Coliseum in LA for the Clash, but this will always be the last great Coliseum. I've watched enough races at Bristol and been a crew on enough races here at Bristol to be able to say confidently that there's definitely some Ben-Hur shit that's happened here in the past and probably is going to happen again. Short track, tempers flare, and it doesn't look like we're going to have any more drivers attempt qualifying. With only two seconds left here in the session. There goes the checkers. And we are going to heat races. 7 in the first heat, 6 in the second heat. Take a quick look at the starting grid for heat 1. Caleb Collins going to start up on point. Wes Fuller to his outside. Greg Wood Jr. and Bill Sleep in row 2. Cody Mitchell and John McIntyre with Greg Wood Sr. rounding out this field of 7 here. This is going to set the inside starting line for tonight's feature event. Nope, that ain't gonna work. As we're waiting on a lot of drivers to grid up now. Not sure if we're actually going to run this piece or not. We have 3 of our 7. Still waiting on quite a few drivers. We have junior and senior here for the Woods family. Greg Woods Jr. in that Matco Tools number 78. His pops back there in the GM Goodwrench number 30 or number 64. Again, one of the few Chevys here tonight. Everybody else in a Ford in this heat race, so Greg Wood Sr. has an uphill battle in front of him. There is your Pole Award winner, Caleb Collins, in the Freightliner number 72. As the field starts to roll it behind the iRacing pace truck, I think. Yes, it is the Chevy Silverado tonight, the official pace truck of iRacing. 10 laps of scheduled distance. This is to set the inside starting line. So the inside row, when we get ready to fire off the A feature. Colin's going to have the button. Not really a Geico restart zone in effect tonight. It's kind of hard to tell where that zone would be, even with the cars on track. Field getting formed up, ready to turn them loose here for heat race number 1. Again, 10 laps to set the inside lane on the A feature start. Collins, Fuller, Wood Jr., Sleep, Mitchell, McIntyre, and Wood Sr. all ready to rock here as we get ready to fire them off for heat race number 1. Pace truck getting ready to make the hard left turn. There it goes, and here we go for the first heat race of the night. Collins and Fuller both getting a good getaway right now as they're already 3/4 of a second to the good. Fuller running the extreme outside lane, using the wall there. That's going to have to be something race officials are going to need to look at. And he was really trying to hustle that car hardcore. And Collins and Fuller are now out to a 2 1/4 over that man. That's Greg Wood Jr., who's got Cody Mitchell with him. And then they're another second to the good over Bill Sleep and company back there at the tail end of this field. Going back to the front of this piece, Collins and Fuller still running stem to stern at the front of this piece. Everybody searching for grip wherever they can find it. It looks like right now Collins has figured out that bottom line is really where you want to be, coming through 3 and 4. Sorry, that was 1 and 2. And he's started to step away now as Fuller, now under heavy pressure from Greg Wood Jr. They have contact, and they still haven't got it collected. How is that not a caution? Let's go back and take a look at what did happen there. Come on. Apparently I don't have a replay. Here we go. There's Woods going to dogpile in here. There you see Fuller in front of him. And they're going to make contact there. Oy. We go back live. Fuller has walked away from Wood. So 1, 2, 3. Caleb Collins shows the way. Working on lap 7 right now. And my timing and scoring has just vomited, considering that it does not like heat racing. Well, let's try that again. Shall we? I think we shall. There we go. 2 to go. Collins shows the way. Wes Fuller sits in second. Greg Wood Jr. in third. Sizable gap over Cody Mitchell right now. John McIntyre has put it behind the wall. Oh no, he's just parked for a little bit. He's now back out on track as he's having more problems. Goes back down pit road. Bill Sleep in fifth. Greg Wood Sr. in sixth as Collins on the final lap. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is in the air. Collins going to win this one going away. 11 seconds to the good over Wes Fuller. Greg Wood Jr., he had a run at it. Fuller was having problems and just, he didn't want to win it or get the spot that way. As he and Fuller did make contact. Wood thought he was at fault, so he let Fuller go and then just could not catch back up. Cody Mitchell rounding out your top 4. Greg Wood Sr. coming home in 5th. Bill Sleep, John McIntyre rounding out your field of finishers. Getting ready for heat race number 2 action now as that's getting ready to grid up. Let's take a look here. Dylan McDonald, Rhett Belzer, your front row. Angel Santiago and Jonathan Cogswell in row number 2. David Modespaw and Richard Gonzalez making up row 3. 6 cars scheduled. This is going to set the outside starting line for the A feature. All 6 cars out on track now. There you see your pole sitter goes that second quick time in qualifying. Going to start on pole here in heat number 2 as the field starts to roll it behind that Chevy Silverado pace truck, the official pace truck of iRacing. McDonald, Belzer, Santiago, Cogswell, Modespaw, and Gonzalez. 2 Chevys in this one. Belzer in the Mayhem Motorsports Camaro. Going to start outside row 1. The question is, can he finish there? As there you see that 23 of Richard Gonzalez, who's going to be starting shotgun on this field back there in row number 3. 10 laps of scheduled distance. Thank you so much for making this a part of your Friday evening. I know some of the local tracks here in upstate New York have decided to... okay. And apparently the tower doesn't like to work now either, so we're going to have to bear with this, folks. I do apologize. Let me try to restart that one more time. Here we go. McDonald leads him out of turn number 4, drops the hammer, and we are underway for heat race number 2. Belzer getting a good getaway in second. Angel Gonzalez hanging back there in third. About a second and a half to the good over Jonathan Cogswell in fourth. David Modespaw and Richard Gonzalez trailing this field right now. As now Gonzalez and Modespaw mixing it up there for fifth. Belzer giving McDonald all the pressure he can handle right now. Running hard, running clean is that laps to go is not right. Well, I guess it is. 8 to go. Oh, that is not what Dylan McDonald wanted to do at all. That's going to let Belzer get by him. Oh, baby, hang on to her. McDonald may have broken a toe link on the 38. This is going to cost him dearly as now Angel Santiago gets by him. The points leader not having a good time of it here tonight. And Santiago just threw away second place as he had to chase it down the track, coming off a 2. Now Richard Gonzalez working on Santiago. Ford on Chevy action there for third place. And here comes Cogswell as well. And Santiago gets into the wall. That's going to cost him. Trying to hustle it up there on the cushion. Gets down on the low side. Is able to lay that hammer down. He's found some grip in that Highland Myers Ford. Santiago out of Orlando, Florida. And I know, oh! Cogswell just took Santiago to the house. Good grief, that was a shot. And Santiago may have some problems as he just spun it through 1 and 2. Here comes Rhett Belzer, your race leader. He's going to see popsicle sticks in the air this time by 2 to go. As now he puts Gonzalez a lap down. McDonald doing what he can to keep the 38 up there. Currently 2.5 seconds a rear of McDonald right now. And Cogswell's another 16 seconds back. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. Belzer in command of heat race number 2. It's academic at this point. Belzer going to cross to take the checkered flag. McDonald, Cogswell. There's McDonald crossing now. Here comes Cogswell coming out of 2. That was the leader. It was right behind him when the leader crossed. So Cogswell just barely able to escape going a lap down, coming home in 3rd. Gonzalez coming home in 4th. Santiago in 5th. Motorspa coming home in 6th place. So that is now going to do it as we go into the warm-up. Let's see if we can find... where is he? Let's go back and take a look at our results here from Heat Race 1 as we are looking for him. There he is. Let's see if we can reach out now to the winner of Heat Race number 1, Caleb Collins. Tony, up in the booth. You got me, sir.
I gotcha. How's it going?
How's it going for you? Commanding victory there after setting quick time in qualifying. Just walked away from it in the heat race.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm not sure that the intent when they set up the race was to have the track carry over, but I'm kind of thankful it did. It's making for some fun conditions out here, and I'm also really glad that I actually practiced for this race for once this week, and I could kind of prepare a little bit because this car does not handle very much like any other car does on dirt. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. I don't know if I'm learning faster than some of these guys are, or if I'm just blind lucky for once, but I'll take it. It's been a whole lot of fun so far. We'll see how it goes here in the feature.
Hey, man, part from column A, part from column B. And unfortunately, we don't have Rhett Belzer here, so we can't talk to our Heat Race number 2 winner. But, Caleb, you got one of the strongest cars here tonight. Best of luck to you in the A feature, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Maybe between me and Rhett, we can bring home a win for the Texas Panhandle boys tonight. We'll have some fun either way.
Yeah, tell him to get in the Discord so I can talk to him. I'm putting you back down in Titletown, right?
Yes, sir. That'd be great. Thank you.
All right. So there you heard it. The Pride of Canyon, Texas, your Heat Race number 1 winner and Quick Time Award winner here tonight, Caleb Collins. He's got the confidence tonight to really get things going as we're still waiting on Rhett to get here into the Discord server so we can talk to him. If he doesn't do it now, he's going to have to do it at the tail end of the race because I have a feeling both those Texas boys are going to be able to get up there and really mix it up here tonight when it comes time to go to the A feature. And let me just take a look at one thing here, because I like to do this every once in a while, is take a look at the iRating of the field just to see what we're looking at. And two of your highest iRatings here tonight, Belzer, Collins, and Sleep. Now what they do is this is for the dirt side of iRacing, not the normal pavement oval side. This is the dirt oval side of iRacing. Those three drivers have the highest iRatings in the field, but just about everybody here putting up a good fight as let me just double check the rankings on my end. Only a couple of rookies, Richard Gonzalez, David Motorspaw, and Greg Wood Sr., all in the rookies on the dirt side of things. Angel Santiago and Jonathan Cogswell currently sitting with a D as in Dominic class license. Cody Mitchell, the only C in the field. Dylan McDonald, the only B in the field. And everybody else pulling straight A's. And pretty solid straight A's, I might add, as we look through the field here tonight. Let me just get those little factoids off my screen. As here you see Victory Lane high atop the Infield Care Center here at Bristol. Makes things easy. Well, thank you all so much for making us a part of your Friday evening. Let us know who you're pulling for tonight. We'll try to highlight your favorite drivers throughout the evening as we go along. Dave Mayo saying, let's go team, send it. Zach Woods, definitely Zach Woods checking in. Not sure exactly what Zach's talking about in the live chat. But saying, go get him, David, looking to lock that number one playoff spot tonight. And he absolutely can with a good finish here tonight. Cody Mitchell, or Bill Webb checking in saying, go Cody Mitchell. So thank you all so much. Joseph McDonald and Michelle checking in. Thank you both so much for joining us here this evening from Bristol. Dylan going to start in row number 2 here in the A feature as we get ready to line them up. Smoke them if you got them. As Caleb Collins setting quick time, winning heat race number 1. He's going to start up on the point here tonight. Red Belzer, by winning heat race number 2, going to start to his outside. Wes Fuller and Dylan McDonald, your points leader, going to start in row number 2. Greg Wood Jr. and Jonathan Cogswell making up row number 3. Cody Mitchell and Richard Gonzalez in row 4. Greg Wood Sr. and Angel Santiago in row number 5. Bill Sleep and David Motorspaw rounding out the top 6 rows and starting shotgun on the field all the way back there in 13th. Tail end of the longest line on the inside, it's going to be John McIntyre. So 13 cars all on the grid right now as we start to roll it behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck, the official pace truck of iRacing. Collins going to have the button as we get ready to turn them loose here for 50 laps under the lights at Bristol. The last great Coliseum now covered in dirt and sawdust, just like the old Coliseums back in the day. The Roman amphitheaters and Coliseums, if you will, where they had the famous Ben-Hur chariot races. Well, this is a modern-day Ben-Hur. Collins going to have the button as the lights get ready to go out on the pace truck this time by. Collins having the button in that Freightliner number 70 Deuce. Belzer, another strong dirt runner to his outside. Here we go. Lights are officially out on the Chevy Silverado pace truck, the official pace truck of iRacing. 50 laps on tap here at Bristol. Overtime is available if we need it. Hopefully we don't. As the field working its way into the 3-4 complex. Pace truck getting ready to haul it on off. Collins has the button. The only thing left to say is it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab the barbecue because it's time to get it on in the middle tens. Race fans, it's show time! They haul it off into turn number 1. Collins on the low side, hanging it out there right now. McDonald into the wall early. That's not going to help his cause here tonight. Collins, though, looking clean at the front of this piece. Woods and Fuller slugging it out there at the front. That is your battle for third. Woods Jr. getting able to step away as now McDonald and Fuller go door to door. Fuller bangs the wall. Here comes McDonald up the inside. And everybody's trying to go higher and higher. I'm surprised nobody's gone down to the low side looking for grip down there. As here comes McDonald on Wood Jr. Jr. is on the low side. Almost gets up into McDonald. Another coat of paint that would have been in trouble. 3-car dance for third as we're already a couple laps into this one. Working lap 3, Caleb Collins and Rhett Belzer have already walked away to the tune of a second and a quarter over that battle for third between McDonald, Fuller, and Wood. Wood continues to backslide right now. Is not having a good time of it. As we go back to the front here, that's Collins in the Freightliner number 70 Deuce. Rhett Belzer in the 94, both repping Texas here tonight. And we're already under caution, and it looks like David Modespal getting it all wrong in turn number 2. Richard Gonzalez may have had a piece of that one as well. Let's take a look at what happened to the ace. See McIntyre on the high side, Modespal on the bottom shelf. As they get a good run off of 4, Modespal is able to find the grip on the low side, gets up into the slick stuff coming through 1 and 2 though, drifts very high and just loops it, makes contact with McIntyre, and Gonzalez had a problem right about the same time. Coming off of 4 though, let's go back and take a look at what happened to Richard. And there you see him mired in some heavy competition right now. Cody Mitchell and Bill Sleep both right there, as is Jonathan Cogswell in the 27. Gonzalez taking the extreme low line, gets up into the slick stuff, and makes contact with the 44 of Mitchell. Mitchell just turns him. Nowhere to go, no harm, no foul. Gonzalez didn't really hit anything, so he's just going to rack it, stack it, and try it again. But you got to wonder, are we going to see a pit stop tonight? Because now tire wear is a thing on dirt. Under caution here for the first time here at Bristol, working lap 7 of 50. Nobody's gone down pit road yet. They all do have one fast repair in their pocket here tonight, as McDonald getting a little bit of the blinkies. Collins, Belzer, McDonald, Fuller, Wood Jr., Santiago, Cogswell, Mitchell, Sleep, Wood Sr., your top 10. Gonzalez, McIntyre, and Modespal rounding out the field. Choose cone is in effect. Collins elected to take the inside lane. McDonald, instead of going to the inside, goes to the outside from third. That's going to give Fuller the inside charge going into 1. Not sure if I agree with that. McDonald not having his own way of it tonight. Did go pretty quick in the hot lap session. But as this track seems to slick off, McDonald having a hard time getting a handle on it. Lights are out on the pace truck. It peels off. Collins has the button one more time, rolls into it, and we are back underway with 8 in the books. Here comes McDonald all over the back bumper of Belzer. Fuller right there as well, as is Greg Wood Jr. Your top 5 throw a blanket over him right now, as Jonathan Cogswell did not get the getaway he was hoping for. He's already a second and a quarter back. Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness. That was a hard hit. Let's watch that one again here. As you're going to see the 35 of Fuller get into the back bumper of McDonald. They make contact. That squirts McDonald out. Fuller nowhere to go, and McDonald just annihilates the water barrels. And there goes the engine in that car. He's going to have to tow it and use his fast repair to get back into action here tonight. Hopefully he doesn't go too many laps down. It's already sitting 2 down. Hopefully he's able to make those laps up before the night's over. Right now, Collins clear sailing at the front of this piece. He hasn't seen the back bumper of anyone yet tonight. And I do have to give a big thank you to the league admins for not setting this race up that caution laps don't count. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, gentlemen, being as that just wreaks havoc with my timing and scoring when they do that. But right now, Collins has control of the field. Got a pretty decent getaway last time. Belzer had it pretty well scouted. About a car length and a half was the only gap before that caution came out. Greg Woods Sr. deciding to tow it as well, as he had big issues on the restart. He's still on pit road with McDonald. McDonald finally rolling. Only 2.5 laps down right now. Lights should be going out on the pace truck this time by. There they go, and here we go as the choose cone is in effect. Collins taking the inside. Belzer goes to the outside. Wood goes to the inside. And Mitchell in the 44 goes to the out. Cogswell in sleep. Santiago in Motorspa. As the field worked its way through the 3-4 complex, Collins, if he can square off this corner and get into the good stuff that still has some grip to it, he's going to fire off like a cannon. Holds him down, finally jumps on the loud pedal, and the 29 is sideways on the front stretch. As that is an absolute brawl right now for second place. Belzer and Wood Jr. going door to door down the back chute. Wood on the low side, Belzer on the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. And here comes Wood, getting a better run coming off of 4, just edges out Belzer that time. Belzer, though, able to let it eat on that outside lane. Wood's got to get just a little lower to get that grip that he's going to need to really clear Belzer right now. And, blows the entry to the corner. Wood, it all goes wrong for the 78. Cogswell's gotten by him. Here comes McDonald, who is a lap car, almost gets into... there goes Cogswell. And there goes Wood Jr. Good grief. Well, let's watch that again. As there goes Wood up into the wall, blew the entry into 1. Or blew the entry into 3. Here comes McDonald, sending it up the inside. Gets into the slick stuff, gets into the 27, and then finishes him off. The only upside to that whole situation is Cogswell and Wood both stayed on the lead lap. And McDonald not going to get the free pass, unfortunately, because he was involved in that incident. It's Junior and Wes Fuller both taking it pit side right now. I dare say they're going to be screaming for tires here as we go back live. And, yep, tires for both of them. Can't say I blame them. There he is, Collins, your race leader. That car looks about as clean as it did when they rolled it off the hauler this morning. Same thing for Belzer behind him. Both repping the great state of Texas. And we talked to Caleb Collins earlier during the warm-up, and he said that, he doesn't care which one of them wins as long as they bring the trophy home to Texas. So, give me a T for Texas in the live chat. Ricky Gonzalez, you're absolutely right. I would be here all night. And I've had that happen to me before. We actually timed out a session because it was a full-length race here at Bristol Dirt. And we actually timed out a session that was 3 hours long because they decided to make cautions not count. Thank you all for checking in the live chat tonight. Don't forget to give these videos a thumbs up because it really does help share them around the YouTube algorithm. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to be shared in the YouTube universe when somebody logs into their homepage of, hey, you might like to watch this. And speaking of watching this, Greg Wood Jr. and Wes Fuller, both on the fresh shoes. About 17-lap newer tires as we are closing in on the halfway mark. Lights going out on the pace truck this time by. Choose cone is in effect. Santiago elected to take the inside lane here. Belzer stays to the outside. He believes that's going to be his best shot to try to stay with, if not get by, Collins. Bill Sleep going to the outside. That's row 2 with Angel Santiago. Cody Mitchell and John McIntyre making up row 3. Richard Gonzalez, Cogswell in row 4. Wes Fuller and Greg Wood Jr. in row number 5. Motorspall, the last car on the lead lap back there in 11th. Dylan McDonald still mired a couple laps down in 12th. As the pace truck peels on off, here we go. Santiago was getting a little itchy. He was right on the bumper of Collins. Chunks the start. Doesn't get the getaway he was hoping for. Bells are going to slot back into second. It was Greg Wood Jr. taking the extreme low line. There's trouble back there with a capital T. And this time it's not for Texas. As there was a melee on that restart back around 5th. Bill Sleep gets up into the wall. Wood gets under him. Here comes Fuller working the insides. The 44 each wall. Cody Mitchell gets caught up there. Can't get by. But I'll tell you right now, Wes Fuller has that Black Rifle Coffee Ford Mustang set on kill as he's already up to 4th. Santiago has to chase down the hill. Coming off of 4. That's going to let Fuller get a run on him going to the inside. Right down there where the fresher dirt is. Stays out of the slick stuff as Caleb Collins. Oh, crap. Big problems back there. As McIntyre, Gonzalez, and Wood all getting into each other. Let's take a look at what happened. There you see Motorspog's the last car on the lead lap. Or was the last car on the lead lap. He goes to the extreme outside, does a little wall ride. As the 29 of McIntyre coming off of 4. Good head of steam, gets up into the top, and then gets it into... Oh! Well, that started, actually, with Greg Wood Jr. I apologize. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the Matco Tools number 78. Here's the 44, still caught up on the wall. Gets into the slick stuff, jumps the cushion, gets it squared off, and fires straight down the straightaway. He's got a good head of steam coming off of 4. As there go the 23, and jams on the binders to not turn the 27. And unfortunately, McIntyre caught his nose. There's the 23 of Gonzalez. As we're going to go back and take a look at what happened with him. As that happened just before that. Looks like he and the 29 of McIntyre may have gotten into each other coming off of 4. There is Gonzalez in the Raptor Chevy. Oh, the 44 got into him, took the nose off that thing. He pancakes the wall. Keeps it kind of pointed in the right direction. And then all hell broke loose in front of him. We are back under caution here for incident. This is our 4th caution here tonight, as we are just before the halfway mark. And you got to wonder, how long is Collins going to stay out? As we're 24 to go. Now the 23 to go is, again, just past the halfway mark. Thank you so much for making this a part of your Friday evening. Ricky Gonzalez, wish you could be here tonight, my friend. Another Texas boy. Had some good runs as of late. As here we go. The lights should be going out on the pace truck this time by. Collins elected that inside lane as he started all night. Fuller was just able to get past Santiago before that caution flew. Santiago going to take the outside lane. Fuller electing to take the inside. And I just want to check something here real quick. Nope, definitely not related. Out of Mississippi, there's a dirt modified driver up here in the Northeast named Tim Fuller. He's a little bit north of me up in Watertown, New York. I was just wondering if there was any relation there, because Wes doing pretty decent here on the dirt side as the pace truck is in, and we are back underway. Green flag is out. 21 to go. Belzer and Fuller going door to door for second right now. Fuller using the bottom line where there still seems to be some moisture in the dirt. Belzer letting it eat up on the cushion, though. Gets a little tail happy. Fuller gets into the slick stuff. Collins got into the slick. Belzer to the point. Fuller up into second. Collins back to third as he tagged the wall. Gets a good run. Gets back by Fuller quickly. Now sets his sights on trying to reel in Rhett Belzer. And so far, every time tonight Rhett Belzer has gotten into the lead, he hasn't had to look back at all. As we are high above the stadium right now. Belzer, Collins, and Fuller. 1, 2, 3, all running pretty well close to each other. Then you're a second and a half back to Jonathan Cogswell. Another half second back to Greg Wood Jr. in fifth. Richard Gonzalez is up to sixth. Cody Mitchell in seventh. Angel Santiago, Bill Sleep, and John McIntyre rounding out your lead lap cars. And more problems for Motorspa. What happened here? There is the ace of Motorspa. Holding a nice line. Just letting it skate down the straightaway there. Gets into the slick. Gets up into the cushion. And overcooks it in the loose stuff. And parks it out of the racing line, but we are still under caution. And Motorspa just towed it back to pit. So now we've got a different can of worms. First time tonight in the feature, anyways. Belzer is going to lead us back to green. Collins going to restart in second for the first time tonight. The first time he's actually seen the back bumper of anybody since the warm-up session earlier. So Belzer, Collins, Fuller, Cogswell, and Wood Jr., your top five right now. We should be restarting with about 13 to go. Again, if you folks haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single moment of action here on Sim Racing Media, as we have racing 7 nights a week. Multiple nights a week. We've got 2, 3, and 4, and even 5 races a night. Tuesday being our biggest night, as we've got a quintuple header. I had to do the math there. Yeah, quintuple header for Tuesdays. A lot of truck racing. Lights should be going out on the pace truck this time by. That was one of the things that I don't agree with what changed here in the iRacing servers when they updated the dirt side of things. It used to be 2 laps and we were back at it. Now that they've made tire wear a thing, they go the normal 5 laps under caution. So bells are going to have the button from the inside lane. First time Chevy has led all night. Coming through 3 and 4 for the restart here. Pace truck getting ready to haul it on off the track. There it goes. And here we go. Getting ready to go 13 to go here at Bristol. Green flag comes back out. Collins actually got the better jump on the outside. And we might be back under caution. No, we're not. Belzer just got it all wrong going into 1. And so did Greg Wood Jr. as he drops to 8th. That is a slugfest right now as Cogswell, McDonald both there. McDonald back on the lead lap due to all the cautions. The 44, Cody Mitchell, holds down 3rd. And as here comes Belzer, as Mitchell goes up and jumps the cushion. But right now, Caleb Collins has some easy sailing. Crap. Greg Wood Jr. had to chase it down the track coming off of 4. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to that Matco Tools Ford. Got a pretty good cooker going right there. Coming down the back chute. Going to go to the outside. Back end really kicks out. He tries to cut it down the track and gets onto the apron. The front end unloads and the back end just goes around. Just like that, we are back under caution. Inside 10 to go. As Moduspaw takes the wave around to get back on the lead lap. I'm sorry, now only 3 laps down. Greg Wood Jr. bringing it down pit side to get a fresh set of tires here. Going to restart in 11th, so he's going to have to make those freshies work pretty well. As we should get a restart with about 6 to go. Again, thank you all so much for making us a part of your Friday evening. I know a lot of the racing got rained out up here in the Northeast with thunderstorms in the works. Days have been beautiful. The nights have been pretty ugly with a capital UG. as of late. Looks like we're going to have a 5-lap Saturday night shootout here for all the marbles here at Bristol. For some reason, the lights are still on that pace truck. And to answer your question, Zach Woods, thoughts on the real-life Bristol Dirt? I think there's too many good dirt tracks out there that are already, being used, that they didn't have to do that. They could have taken these cars anywhere, Knoxville, Eldora, anywhere up here in the Northeast. I guarantee we could have brought in enough temporary grandstands to make it worth the while, or move it till October and run it with part of Dirt Week at Oswego. But lights are out. We're going to have a 5-lap dash for all the marbles. Caleb Collins having the button one more time. Red Belzer back into second. Fuller and McDonald back in the hunt as well. Green flag is out. Collins wasted no time jumping on the loud pedal. Here comes Fuller up the inside on Belzer. Fuller on the low side. Belzer rocking the top shelf. McDonald gets up into the loamy stuff way up there. Drops a spot to Jonathan Cogswell. As that is a slugfest back there for 4th and 5th. Right now, 4 to go. Caleb Collins in command of this one. McDonald with a top 5 can clinch the regular season championship. But right now, it's all Caleb Collins at the front of this piece. Coming to 3 to go. Collins, Belzer, Fuller, McDonald, Cogswell, your top 5. Santiago doing everything but spitting in Jonathan Cogswell's ear. John McIntyre has to take it down pit road. 3 to go. Now 2 to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. 1 mile left here at Bristol on the dirt. Collins gets it sideways. Here comes Belzer up the inside. Goes to throw the slide job. They make contact. They're both sideways off of 4. Collins gets it pointed straighter, quicker. And we're going into overtime as Modespa eats the wall coming off of 4. All they needed was 50 more yards. And there you see Modespa is not having a good time of it here tonight. Gets up into the loamy stuff over the cushion, and that car just chases it down the track, and he would have been better off going down pit road and then spins it, and caution comes out. We're going into overtime. And so far, it's Texas domination at the front of this piece. It's been the Collins and Belzer show all race long so far. Dylan McDonald, after just getting back on the lead lap, and it currently sits in 3rd. Wes Fuller is back to 4th. Jonathan Cogswell rounding out your top 5. Angel Santiago in 6th. Richard Gonzalez, Greg Wood Jr., and Bill Sleep rounding out your lead lap cars, as Cody Mitchell takes it down pit side for his final set of tires tonight. With 3 laps to go, I don't think he's going to have enough time to use enough tire to get up into a podium. But we'll find out. Got to thank our good friends over at Waldorf Toyota for providing some of the action here tonight. New and used cars located in Waldorf, Maryland, giving you the best deal on all new 2023 Toyotas and great prices on all used vehicles. providing you the best Toyota care and service with a full maintenance package available. Waldorf Toyota, Waldorf, Maryland. As lights should be going out this time on the pace truck. Green-white checker finish. What else do you expect here at the last great Coliseum? The green flag is going to come out. The leader has to make it past the start-finish line to accept the white flag for us to race back to checkers. If not, we're going to rack them, stack them, and try it again for up to 3 attempts. If after the 3rd attempt we still don't get back to the white flag, field frozen, race over. Collins going to have the button. McDonald going to start right on his back bumper. Belzer looking to get the best getaway of his night here on that outside lane. Lights are out on the pace truck. Here we go. 2 laps to get it done here at Bristol. Collins has the button, jumps on the loud pedal. McDonald goes with him. Belzer trying to let it eat right now in 3rd. Wes Fuller right on his back bumper. As Belzer gets a run, McDonald bangs the wall and then gets the blinkies. Belzer had to check out of it. He didn't know where McDonald was going to end up. All they got to do is get to the start-finish line. We are racing back to checkers. Collins, 3/4 of a second to the good over that battle with McDonald and Belzer. Belzer going to have one final shot at McDonald coming down the backstretch and going into 3. Both of them going to cook it. Collins comes out at turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner, Caleb Collins, here tonight at Bristol. Dylan McDonald hangs on for 2nd and clinches the regular season championship by doing so. Rhett Belzer comes home in 3rd. Wes Fuller in 4th. Jonathan Cogswell in 5th. Angel Santiago, Greg Wood Jr., Bill Sleep, Richard Gonzalez, and Cody Mitchell rounding out your lead lap cars. And there you see your race winner now. As he's just going to kick some dirt in the air. And that trophy going back to Texas. Caleb Collins, congratulations on the victory here.
Thank you, sir. That was a whole lot of fun. I don't know how much fun it was to watch from the booth with all the caution laps, but
it was a great I watched some great battles here tonight.
Well, thanks, man. It's fun to, this is out of everybody's comfort zone. These cars, the dirt guys will tell you these don't drive like dirt cars should drive. Mm-hmm. The asphalt guys will tell you they hate it. So it's just kind of fun to get out of everybody's comfort zone once in a while.
It absolutely is, but it was you and Belzer all night long, and finally McDonald got back on the lead lap, and he was able to close in for 2nd. But talk us through that rough patch that you had there about the middle of the race when you let Belzer get by you.
Yeah, it was such a fine line, cooked it a little bit too much into the turn there. And, the cars, I guess they sit a little too low. It seems like you could, if you got up into the cushion, it would just lift the bumper and it would take your back tires off the ground and try to spin you. You couldn't get too low because the splitter would grab the apron and that would spin you. So you were trying to find what little bit of grip you could. And most of it was just, running on the black and just trying to manage the throttle and just knowing it was going to be slick wherever you were. And I cooked it in there a little bit too much. And got up too far into the cushion, I think. And I think that's what let him by. But I mean, Rhett was running a heck of a race. Of course, he's got real world experience on dirt. I don't. So I knew he was going to be tough from the get go, and ran clean there. We were coming to the white flag right before that last caution, and got into each other a little bit there, just hard racing. And I think we did our best to put on a good show, anyways, and race each other clean. It sure was fun.
Well, it looked fun from up here. Wish I could have joined you guys tonight. But Caleb, who helps you get it done on the Freightliner 72?
Yeah, man, Tony, I got a whole bunch to thank here. First and foremost, got to thank the man upstairs for giving me the means, and the missus in the house for putting the kids to bed so I can come out here and hang out with you guys. Of course, got to thank Premier Truck Group, largest Freightliner dealer in Western Star in North America, for paying the bills. And of course, if you got a trucking operation, odds are they've probably got a location near you open 24/7. So look them up. Of course, got to thank Meineke. Got to thank Living Water. If you're tired of the negative in the world and you want a little good news, livingwater.family. And of course, Tony, got to thank you for putting on the broadcast. It's always fun to go back and watch these races after it's over with and see things you had no idea was even going on, and see why all the guys were going, whoa, the whole time during the race.
Wait till you see what happened to McDonald on the opening salvo there.
I cannot wait. I'm going to enjoy this race. I just hearing the guys, I'm going to enjoy this race from start to finish. And of course, got to thank the admins for putting it all together. We couldn't come out here and have fun on a Friday night without all the guys doing the work behind the scenes to keep this league going. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, and glad I get to come out here and have some fun running races like this.
Caleb Collins, congratulations on the victory here tonight at Bristol. We will see you next week.
Yes, sir. We'll go playoff racing next week. That'll be fun.
And joining me now, after coming home second here tonight, the pride of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dylan McDonald clinching the regular season championship, going away. Congratulations on that, Dylan, but congratulations on that recovery drive. I got to ask, are you okay? Because you went through a wall.
Yeah, I have all my extremities. Driving with kind of a direct drive wheel and then having it go straight into a wall, just not fun. 0 out of 10, recommend. But yeah, I'm fine. Car's fine. Sucked that I had to lose 2 laps to tow, but hey, it is what it is. And after that, I just wanted to play it safe and try to get those 2 laps back. I knew there wasn't a lot of big time dirt guys running tonight, so I just had to be patient, and I guess that kind of paid off there towards the end.
It absolutely did. Is you and Belzer were just hammering tongs there for the last about 5 laps, and talk us through that overtime, because you went where I wasn't expecting you to go, but you timed that restart almost dead perfect.
Yeah, I knew Rhett didn't have good restarts. I noticed it earlier in the feature, obviously, because I started behind him. So I was like, you know what? I want to get behind Caleb, get the good jump, because obviously leader has control of the starts. So I knew if I could get a good jump on Rhett, I could get second place. Just thought I had something for Caleb. Just tagged the wall, hit the slick spot, which it was there all night. So just held on. I mean, that's pretty much all I could do, and glad to bring it home P2.
Well, we start the playoffs next week. What are your plans going into next week?
Depending on what track is next week, just drive the track how it wants to be. Just last couple of weeks, I've been driving in over my head, put myself in bad spots, wrecking people, getting wrecked. So kind of just want to take my time through the field. Just be there when it counts. So
can't afford
obviously
that here
now,
in the playoffs.
Yeah, now it's championship drive, and I'm not taking no prisoners. So,
and there are no mulligans, so you got to race smart.
Oh yeah, exactly. Got to race smart, not harder. So, I'm coming for that championship. So hopefully everybody else is ready.
All right, Dylan, who helps you get it done on the 38?
Oh, I got to give a big shout out to Blake Henderson over at Henderson Graphics for making this bomb scheme for me. Jimmy Strong, Dustin Hall, all those guys over at EPI too. Give you a big shout out up in the booth week in and week out. Got to give my dad and his wife a big shout out for watching and supporting me through this journey of iRacing, and hopefully she gets better with battling through leukemia. I want to give all the admins a big shout out to Marta on PC, EPI, everybody over there, TJR. and Smoky Mountain Racing.
Thoughts and prayers going out to Michelle tonight. But Dylan, congratulations on the podium. We'll see you next week in the playoffs.
Thank you, sir.
And that is going to about do it for us tonight here from Bristol. Taking a quick look at our finishing order. Caleb Collins coming home with the victory. Dylan McDonald rebounding for second. Rhett Belzer hanging on for third. Unfortunately, we don't have Rhett in the Discord server, so we can't talk to him. Wes Fuller, Jonathan Cogswell rounding out your top five. Angel Santiago in sixth. Greg Wood Jr. in seventh. Bill Sleep, eighth. Richard Gonzalez and Cody Mitchell rounding out your top 10. David Modespaw, John McIntyre, and Greg Wood Sr. rounding out your field of starters here tonight from Bristol. Thank you all so much for making us a part of your Friday evening. God bless you all, and until we get a chance to meet again, and as you walk down the road of life this week, do me a huge favor. Don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.